Greetings, my dear friends. The purpose of this video is to give you a demonstration on how to add additional disks or network interfaces to a virtual machine running on Oracle VM VirtualBox, right? So the first thing I want to do is just verify currently how many disks I have in the system and how many interfaces are connected to it. You could know that by looking at this right here. So you can see there's one interface that is connected to this, and there's one storage of 20 gigs which is attached to this virtual machine. But I would also want to just start up the VM and then check it inside the virtual machine itself, right? So give it a moment for the VM to start up, and let me log in using my credentials. Okay, so I'm going to open up a terminal here, and I'm going to use the list block device command just to verify, and you can see there's only one disk and the remaining are partitions inside that disk. Also, I would like to verify if I have only one network interface, and as you can see there's only one interface which is connected to our network here, right? One thing to note here is if you want to add any additional disks or make some network configurations, you may need to power off the virtual machine for doing that, right? So I'm going to power off the VM now. The next thing you want to do is click on the VM and then click on the VM settings, right? If you want to add a disk, you go to storage section here, right? And you have the controller SATA. You can click on that, or you may even just add a disk from this icon here, right? So I'm going to click on that disk icon over here, and I want to create a new disk. So I'm going to click on create. We are not changing the format, so let it be. I can have the size dynamically allocated, or you give a fixed size, which is completely fine. If you want to give a different name for the disk, you can change it here. If you want to increase the storage size to say around 10 gigs, you can just type it here and then click on create. As you can see, this disk is now currently added to your VM. And the next thing that I want to add here is a network interface. VirtualBox by default does give you 4 network interfaces, but only one will be enabled here. As you can see, these interfaces are not enabled. So all you have to do is just click on enable, and then whether you want to use a NAT connection, a bridge connection, so you can make those changes here itself. So for this demonstration, I'm just going to use a NAT protocol and click on OK. And I'm going to start that VM once again. Let me just log in here. And we'll pass the same commands again. So you can see there is an additional disk here of 10 gigs which has been attached to your virtual machine. And if you do the ifconfig command, you will also notice an additional interface here. Now do note that I did not make any configurational changes to the IP address and everything, but you can see the interface is available for you to use. You could also verify this information on this VirtualBox interface itself. So you can just scroll down here and you can see that additional disk has been added. And also for the network part, there's an additional adapter with a NAT protocol that we used attached through this VM. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.